For those that I haven't met yet, I'm Barbara Factor Bentley, and I chair the Board of Directors of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. And I welcome you all here this evening. It's wonderful to see such a terrific turnout at a very special event. Tomorrow is going to be a very big day for Cedars-Sinai. Tonight is a big evening preceding the big day. We will be celebrating a big step in our campaign for the 21st century. The campaign for the 21st century is co-chaired by Mr. Irving Feintek and Bob Silverstein. For those of you in the room who know Bob, he's not able to be with us tonight, but he is in our thoughts. And both he and Irving have done an absolutely superb job in the campaign. And with the help and the foresight of the Sapersteins, we're able to reach a magnificent milestone. And I have a very, very special welcome this evening to both of the Sapersteins as new members of the Cedars-Sinai family. So welcome, Diane. It's Diane. I'm looking at David. I'm sorry, Suzanne. Welcome, Suzanne and David, to the Cedars-Sinai family. You are very, very special people, and we are very honored to have you as members of our family. We're extremely grateful for your generosity and for making a dream come true, the dream of the critical care tower that we will be breaking the ground on tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow will truly be one of the most exciting days in our 101-year history. I know that we will all look back on it and remember how it has changed not only the future of Cedars-Sinai, but the health care of our community, which is so important to each of us in this room. But tonight is a night for us to just relax and enjoy ourselves, and we know that in years to come, we will all remember this evening. And I want to call upon Larry Baum for a moment to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Barbara. Before the introduction of our honored guests, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our remarkable chair of the Board of Directors, Barbara Factor Bentley, for all that she has accomplished at Cedars-Sinai. She is a true leader and is dedicated to this hospital and the community it serves. Please join me. I too would like to echo the words that Barbara Bentley said about our two co-chairmen of the campaign, Irving Feintek and Bob Silverstein. They are truly wonderful, exciting, generous leaders, and we're honored to have you here tonight, Irving. It's now my great pleasure to formally welcome Suzanne and David. They're close friends from Texas, their family, and also the friends from the East Coast, and especially Mama. Where's Mama? There's Mama. Mama, willkommen. That's the only word in Swedish I know, and she taught it to me earlier this evening. David and Suzanne, from the time we first met, I personally was immediately taken by your style and certainly your substance. Throughout the years that we've known each other, those qualities became more and more evident. From the beginning of our relationship, you expressed interest in Cedars-Sinai Medical Center and the many vital programs in which the center is involved. You truly care about health and the health of our community. Because of your family's tremendous generosity, tomorrow, as Barbara has said, will be as important as any year in the 101 years at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Your gift will make a difference in this community and at Cedars-Sinai for many, many generations to come. Tomorrow, you and Cedars-Sinai will forever be linked in a tradition of immense philanthropy and generosity that truly exemplifies all that is good in the human spirit. And David, I remember our agreement. That's a personal agreement that we have. At this time, I'm going to introduce two very special people in David and Suzanne's life, Michelle Coppola and Jennifer Kalaputis. Please.
Hi, everybody. Jenny and I actually have come up here tonight to show you our great talents. Now, we don't joust, we're not concert pianists, and we certainly won't hang out of an elephant's mouth. But we are lawyers and we know how to talk, so I hope you're ready. Actually, Jonathan, Alexis, and Stephanie very much wanted to be here tonight, but clearly everybody knows that Stephanie was exhausted and has been sleeping, I think, since the end of this afternoon. And Alexis and Jonathan both had homework that they had to prepare for. So we're here to speak on behalf of the five of us. The real reason that I'm up here tonight is to tell you how grateful I am to see all of you here tonight to celebrate this absolutely incredible gift that my father and Suzanne have given to Cedars-Sinai. But we thought it was very important for you all to hear some things tonight as to what made them give the gift that they gave.
Other than their family, the most important thing to them is helping others, and they have done so time and time again in so many ways over the years. But they will never tell you all the stories of how they've changed people's lives, and in so many situations actually have saved so many people's lives. But tonight, we would like to share a couple of those stories with you.
The first story is best exemplified through a letter, which actually my father and Suzanne have not ever seen before. This was something that was given to us by Julia and Wendy, who knew we were going to be speaking tonight and thought it may be something that we wanted to share with all of you. So this is the first time they're going to be hearing this too.
Dear David and Suzanne, this is the first letter I've written since I had my operation. I can't seem to put into words how grateful we are for everything you have done for my family and me. I don't know if you realize that you helped save my life. The term of events leading to my transplant were nothing short of divine intervention. It all started with your conversation with the doctor. Had you not had that conversation, I would not be here today. I was that close to death. Today, thanks to you, I'm feeling great. My life is getting back in order. Maybe not as fast as I thought it would, but it sure beats the alternative. There is a lot we all take for granted today, and I appreciate all the little things that make up each day, and I look forward to tomorrow, no matter what adversities that may bring. I hope one day when you reflect on your achievements, one that will stand out is that you saved my life. I'm forever in your debt. We also wanted to share with you another story about a woman who was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. By the time she had contacted our father and Suzanne, she had been told she had less than 6 months to live. Her last chance was an experimental treatment, which even the doctors felt would only extend her life for a few months. Due to the experimental nature of the treatment, insurance would not cover it. Needless to say, my father and Suzanne agreed not only to pay for the treatment, but to financially support her daughter so that the last few months of this woman's life would be spent with her family.
Truthfully, we could go on and on with these stories, but we would be here all week. I think that a lot of people were probably surprised by the size and the scope of the gift that my father and Suzanne gave to Cedars-Sinai. But on behalf of the 5 children, I can tell you truthfully, we were not surprised even a bit. The greatest gift they can give is helping others. And I am so happy that Cedars-Sinai is the recipient of their incredible generosity. We are so proud of them, and we love them both so very much. Thank you.
What wonderful, wonderful stories, and thank you so much for sharing them with us. I know there probably are many, many more, and we would be interested in hearing and sharing them with you. And we're happy that the whole family is now part of our formal family. And at this time, I'd like to ask Suzanne and David to come up for a moment. We have something we'd like to share with you. Yeah, afterwards. Before I give you this small token, I have a letter that we received from the White House and President Bush that I would like to read to you. I am pleased to send this message to those gathered at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for the groundbreaking ceremony of Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower. Since its founding in 1902, Cedars-Sinai has been dedicated to providing the finest health care available to people from around the world. The addition of the Critical Care Tower is another important milestone in this hospital's storied history. When completed, this addition will be an asset to our nation, a benefit to California and the Los Angeles community. I commend those involved in making this addition a reality. Laura joins me in sending our best wishes for this great event. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America. Signed, George Bush. We're giving you the letter, and I have the proper cover for you, okay? And we would like you to accept this small token of our gratitude for your very generous compassion. Let me read this. Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, in commemoration of the groundbreaking ceremony for the Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower, September 8th, 2003. And it's a photograph. Once again, we are so grateful for your helping to bring our dream come true, and for what the campaign has been able to build. Irving and Bob, we thank you for your participation. One name hasn't been mentioned tonight, and I need to bring Larry Baum, who has worked so closely and is a close friend, I know, of the Sapersteins. And we thank you, Larry, for everything that you have done. So thank you all for coming, and now I promise no more speeches. Enjoy your dinner.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Irving Feintek, co-chairman of the Campaign for the 21st Century, along with my dear friend Robert Silverstein. Bob could not be with us today, so the words I speak for both of us. Bob's wife Anita is here, and Anita, please convey to Bob our wishes for a speedy recovery. Many of you have traveled from out of state and even out of the country to be with us today. Thank you for attending and making the day that much more special for all of us. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge a few notable guests. Jean-Luc Sibouyud, Consul General of France. Los Angeles County Sheriff Lee Baca. West Hollywood Council Member John Duran. And Allison Levin, who was here representing Tom Levin, the mayor of Beverly Hills. We do have a proclamation from the city of Beverly Hills, which is on display in the reception area. This is the day we have all been looking forward to with Suzanne and David. The groundbreaking of the Suzanne and David Critical Care Tower. Now, in the not too distant future, we will all be here again with Suzanne and David to dedicate this most important and much needed addition to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. It will only serve to enhance our already stellar reputation. You know, PBS just aired a special on writer Gore Vidal. He was asked during the filming that why he lives in Hollywood because he has so much disregard for the place. And his answer was a simple one, Cedars-Sinai. I guess that's true for many of us. We are delighted that such a distinguished group of friends and family is here with us for this special day. This is such an exciting day for all of us who are part of the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center family. And speaking of exciting days, those of us who were fortunate enough to attend Stephanie's bat mitzvah on Saturday morning had a real treat in store. Tiffany, you were terrific. When we say that Cedars-Sinai is leading the quest for health, we really mean it. More than 1,800 physicians in virtually all medical specialties are affiliated with Cedars-Sinai. They join 18,000 employees, 2,000 volunteers, and 15,000 fundraising support group members. All of them working together with dedication and talent to help make Cedars-Sinai one of the great medical centers in the world. And after today, it's going to get even better. The Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower is destined to become a shining symbol of excellence in healthcare for generations to come. Suzanne and David are philanthropists with vision, spirit, and heart, and for that we thank you. You will be hearing much more about this remarkable couple later on in the program. But now, it is my honor to introduce the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing Band for the processional and presentation of colors. This will be followed by the singing of the national anthem by Pulmonary Service Line Manager Robert Voss, registered nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors. March on the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Present. Color. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Retire the colors. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the chair of the board of directors of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Barbara Factor-Beck.
How exciting and how wonderful. This has started out to be just grand and very, very special for this very special occasion. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. It's a wonderful turnout, and we are all very deeply appreciative. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'm proud and honored to welcome you all to the groundbreaking of the Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower. I'd like to take a moment or two to introduce a few important members of the Cedars-Sinai family. Would you please stand as I mention your name and hold applause until everyone is introduced. Past board chairman, Mr. Ernie Friedman. Immediate past chair of the board, Steve Brady. Richard Browerman, life trustees. Richard Browerman. Bernie Briskin, I know I've seen Bernie. Would you stand, please? Thank you. Bram Goldsmith. Walter Groman, Dr. Rex Kennemer, Carmen Warshaw, Sandy Weiss. And I know that Ben and Elaine Winters were planning to come, but they're not able to be with us now, and we will miss them. But John Benheim is here, and the Chief of Staff, Dr. Mike Shabbat, please. Our Board of Directors, Vice Chair John Law, Dr. Irene Barnett, Dr. Achilles Demetrio, Dr. Joel Geiderman, Marilyn Gelfenbein, Sue Newman Hochberg. Sue, I know I've seen you. Tom Lientz, Jane Lipstone, John Mack, Todd Morgan, Larry Platt, Ron Silverman, and thank you all for coming. This is truly a landmark moment in the long and distinguished history of our medical center. 101 years ago, almost to the very day, the original hospital was dedicated and named for benefactor Casper Cohn. It had 12 patient beds and 3 nurses. How we've grown. Today we celebrate the groundbreaking of a facility that will feature the finest equipment and design for the ultimate patient care while enhancing the ability to serve our community. I can only wonder what the founders of Casper Cone Hospital would have thought of the leading edge technological advancements that Suzanne and David Saperstein's critical care tower is bringing us. They probably would have been in awe, as I think some of us still are. The tower will soon rise on what was once the site of Mount Sinai Hospital. It also replaces the buildings that we lost in the 1994 Northridge earthquake. Although it will be infused with history and memory of past accomplishments, it also resounds with the spirit of a new beginning. People of vision shape our world. That was certainly the case when David and Suzanne moved to Los Angeles nearly 10 years ago and became part of the Cedars-Sinai family. Today they are joining a very dedicated, loyal, and generous family of Cedars-Sinai donors. In fact, their philanthropy is the largest single gift in our history and one of the largest gifts to a medical center in Los Angeles. But the Sapersteins have given even more than this important and extremely generous gift to Cedars-Sinai. They are giving much more than a building and equipment. They are helping move Cedars-Sinai toward an exciting and vibrant future. After today, we will embrace new challenges. We've been through difficult times here at the medical center. Been no different throughout the rest of the country. And although we would like to say that the difficult times are behind us, this would probably not be true. But we are not alone in our struggle, and we have been blessed with a partnership of community support that provides an abundance of strength and wisdom for the future. Over the horizon are new opportunities to serve our vibrant, diverse community. And with the commitment and dedication of the Sapersteins, we know the future will be filled with leading-edge, critical care, research, and education for which we are known worldwide. We are ready to accept these challenges. They say that charity begins at home, but philanthropy inspires the world. Suzanne and David's philanthropy also inspired President George Bush to send his greetings today in a letter that I would like to take a moment to read. Quote, I am pleased to send this message to those gathered at the medical center, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, for the groundbreaking ceremony of the Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower. Since its founding in 1902, Cedars-Sinai has been dedicated to providing the finest health care available to people from around the world. The addition of the Critical Care Tower is another important milestone in this hospital's storied history. When completed, this addition will be an asset to our nation and a benefit to California and to the Los Angeles community. I commend those involved in making this addition a reality. Laura joins me in sending our very best wishes for this great event. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless America, signed George Bush, close quote. As we celebrate this occasion, we acknowledge the immense generosity of Suzanne and David Saperstein. On behalf of the Board of Directors, please accept our deepest gratitude. And now I would like to call upon Cedars-Sinai President and CEO, Mr. Tom Preslack. Tom, please.
Thank you, Barbara, and good afternoon, everyone. Planning for the future needs of our community is an important part of our work here at Cedars-Sinai. The construction now underway on our campus truly represents the broadest articulation of our vision for that future. And I would like to take a moment now, if I could, to acknowledge some of the individuals, the talented professionals who are, as we speak, helping to make this vision a reality. And I'd like to just introduce them briefly. Hold your applause until the end. First, Mr. Lonnie Andrews and Chris Day from Swinnerton Builders. Bill Cody, Jim Walker and Mike Whittam from Turner Construction Management, Assad Khan, Niall Kelly, and Vian Nalbandian from Langdon Wilson Architects, Ramin Sader, Paul Coleman, and Tony Culpepper from the Office of Statewide Health Planning and Development, and Eric Stone from the Department of Health Services. Please join me in thanking those individuals. The Cedars-Sinai Medical Center will continue to define the leading edge in contemporary healthcare in today's highly sophisticated environment. Our construction serves to reinforce the historic mission and commitment that defines Cedars-Sinai's purpose. Our mission includes high-quality patient care, research, education, and community service, all provided from state-of-the-art facilities. Our ability to deliver world-class health care relies upon the talented and dedicated staff of the medical center. They are at the heart of our success. We also attract world-class physicians, nurses, researchers, and other health professionals and technical staff. Also vitally important to our success are the world-class community leaders and philanthropists who help us define and realize our vision. Suzanne and David Saperstein are such leaders. As supporters of Cedars-Sinai since their arrival in Los Angeles, they share our commitment to this community, and they have championed the improvement of our facilities so that we can better serve the community. But they've also done more. The Sapersteins have accepted a critical role in shaping the reinvention of the Cedars-Sinai campus. They've provided us with the means to build an essential component of our 21st century campus, the new Critical Care Tower. The Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower realizes our vision for the future by modernizing our intensive care and acute care facilities. This incredible structure is designed to provide the most high-tech and high-touch intensive care and acute inpatient care. It combines the latest in monitoring technology with caring staff that will provide care to the most fragile patients that we serve. The Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower also allows for our community's future needs with flex space on several of the floors. With flexibility built into the design, we will be able to quickly adapt to the changing needs of our patient population. Complementing the high-tech capabilities of its interior, the architecture of the Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower is elegantly designed and highly functional. We're tremendously grateful to the Sapersteins for their willingness to be our partner in the community, to share our vision, to share our passion, and to work with us to ensure that Cedars-Sinai continues to provide leading-edge health care in Los Angeles and worldwide. And we look forward to the opening of the new facility in September of 2005. And now I'd like to call upon Larry Baum, our Emeritus Director of Community Relations, to the podium. Larry?
Wow, what a crowd we have here today. That's really exciting. I thank you all for coming, and I thank you, Tom, for the introduction. Suzanne, David, Stephanie, Alexis, Jonathan, Michelle, Jennifer. Today, September 8th, marks a very exciting new page in the history of this medical center, in the history of Cedars-Sinai. I am tremendously proud that because of our close personal association, we could all work together to bring this magnificent gift to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Proud that your gift is the largest donation, as has been said by our chair, to a private medical center in Los Angeles. Proud, very proud that your gift is the largest single gift in the history of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Proud because your gift will enable us to continue the outstanding patient care that we are known throughout the world, even in Sweden, as a matter of fact, at Uppsala, I believe. Many people have said Cedars-Sinai Medical Center is more than a hospital. It can best be described as a family helping other families. And nowhere is that statement more significant than with the commitment of the Saperstein family. When I first met both of you, you expressed an interest in Cedars-Sinai. You asked questions, damn good questions, You learned about the programs that are vitally important to the health of our community. And throughout the years, your interest grew and grew. And you responded with the style and substance for which you are known. Thanks to your philanthropy and vision, we break ground today on the needs of our community for many, many years to come. This magnificent tower of glass and steel will provide more than state-of-the-art patient care, more than leading-edge equipment. It will truly convey to our patients, their families, and staff your generosity, your love of life, of people, and of your community. I've been privileged to know David and Suzanne for a number of years. They are compassionate people, and they're filled with a joie de vivre, a high-spirited exuberance that enables them to make wonderful things happen. David and Suzanne are involved in a number of projects that speak of their interest to children, animals, the arts, music, healthcare, spiritual, cultural, and educational organizations that show a range of caring and certainly compassion. Today, we celebrate yet another example of their truly remarkable philanthropy. The Suzanne and David Saperstein Critical Care Tower will be a lasting and a living tribute to their compassion and to their generosity. How lucky we all are that they're enriching their community with the greatest of gifts anyone can give, the gift of health. It's now my honor, and indeed my privilege, to introduce to this wonderful, wonderful audience Suzanne and David. Please.
This marks a first for us, first in that our whole family is together and I'm not being admitted. But it's nice to have everybody here for a happy occasion. It's obviously very unusual for anybody to be gathering at a hospital and somebody wasn't carried in. But Suzanne and I are just so pleased that everybody came and to share this with us, and especially my children, our children, the 5 of them, including the one that's falling asleep on the chair, had a very big weekend. It means a lot to us that you all could fit us into your schedules and come and give up your things that you had to do. My granddaughter, who had to miss her first day of school, and Alexis and Stephanie and Jonathan, who we had to take out of school a little early. And I know how important that is to them, and it means a lot to Suzanne and I that you all did that, and Jonathan, who gave up football. And it also means a lot that everybody came and to celebrate this day with us. We're very proud and we're very honored and we're very humbled by this outpouring. Thank you all.
Thank you, Suzanne and David. That was very touching and most appreciated. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd once again like to thank you all for coming here today. At this time, I'm standing in temporarily for campaign of the 21st Century co-chairman and past chairman of the board, and my brother of 56 years, Bob Silverstein. Bob could not be with us this afternoon, but I know his thoughts are with us, and I know it'll be very, very soon before he comes back to join us. But his footsteps are very large. I mentioned earlier that Cedars-Sinai is 101 years old, almost to the very day. And I can't think of a more stirring way to end our centennial year observation than with the groundbreaking of this awe-inspiring structure. Suzanne and David, thank you again for being part of our family. And now I'd like to welcome our co-chairman and past chairman of the board, Irving Feintek, back to the podium for the signing of the steel plate. Irving, go ahead.
Thank you, Barbara. Suzanne and David, you have made this truly a great day for the future of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. And breaking ground is the first step on this remarkable journey of expansion and growth. Thank you for all that you have done. But there is one more bit of work that we must ask you to do. When we move to the other side of the building for the reception, you will see that we actually have broken ground. So today we are taking the opportunity to have a ceremonial groundbreaking. We have prepared steel plates for our donors and guests to sign, which will be incorporated into the building to commemorate this important day. Suzanne and David, please step up and be the first to join Barbara in signing the first steel plate. We also invite your children, Stephanie, Alexis, and Jonathan, along with Michelle and her husband, Shane Cupula, and Jennifer and her husband, Tasso Kalaputis, and the grandchildren are also welcome. And now I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the people whose planning and tireless efforts have helped bring about this wonderful event. Gary Leo, our Senior Vice President for Development, and his staff, in particular, Robin Walker and the Special Events team. They've been a wonderful help to us in planning today's separate groundbreaking. And a special thanks to Julie Griffith for all of her help. And a heartfelt thank you to Barbara Koldner and all of the volunteers who helped make this event run so smoothly, as well as each of the employees in all of the departments who participated in today's ceremony. Now, as we hear the stirring recessional of the United States Marine Corps Marching Band, and by the way, aren't they terrific? And now, I invite you all to follow the carpet to the other side of the North Tower overlooking the construction area for an outdoor reception hosted by the Board of Directors. Thank you all for joining us today. This concludes our program.